I had the crazy experience happening to me and my friends the other night, and I'm still like reflecting on how that could have actually happened to me. Because as a psychic medium, I literally walk and feel entity attachments everywhere to people. The things that they're not releasing, the traumas that they're still holding on to. I can see if it's turned into an actual entity attachment. Okay, I can see when someone's been possessed. I see all that. So case in point, this is what happened to us the other night while we were at a bar after work. We decided to go to a little Irish pub in downtown Chicago. I'm not going to disclose the location for security purposes. There was 2 girls, including me, and 1 guy. The guy ended up going to the bathroom. So all of a sudden it was me and my friend, and me and her just like jamming. We had a cool spot in the bar. It was like this back room area, and I had never sat there before. And I was just like, okay, let's dance. It was good music. This guy comes out of nowhere and literally starts dancing with us. Now, I've definitely had that happen to me at clubs and other bars before, but this was weird. I felt something was off, and my friend is extremely intuitive. Like, she can pick up energy sometimes and discern and filter through them quicker than I can. And so it's just crazy because like she saw what was happening before I even allowed myself to, and there's a whole lesson related to this point, so stick around. So basically this guy started dancing with us. I felt something was off, and I could see in her face that she was like a little bit uncomfortable, but I kept seeing her like still kind of bopping. We weren't like dancing in the middle. There was a table between us, you know, but we were like bopping, and I saw that she was kind of uncomfortable but still bopping, you know. So I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't come to like external conclusions. He started like making these really weird comments, being like, I'm not trying to like get with y'all, like I'm not trying to do anything with y'all, while we were dancing. My guy friend comes back just in time, gets us shots apparently. I don't really want to drink them, but this whole time, like, they're both drinking them, and this guy's still kind of standing there. And I'm like, here, why don't you take my shot? And he's like, no, I don't want to drink anything of yours. You know, women are killers. Like, they can hurt you. I was like, no, it's fine. Just drink it. You know, we're lit. And honestly, you guys, he looked pretty lit too, but like something felt wrong and I couldn't pick up what it was. He starts getting a little aggressive with our guy friend and basically like posing it as if he were a pimp. And he's like telling him like, you don't deserve these 2 women. Like, why are you trying to pimp them? I'm not trying to pimp them. Like, just talking crazy at this point. And basically my guy friend was like urging me to like go, because he's like, come on, like we got to get out of here. I'm like, no, I'm feeling something. I started feeling things like that I needed to share, like intuitive information with this guy. My guy friend's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, just come on. I was like, okay. So he leaves again. And so it's just me and this guy, and we're outside of the room at this point. So there are other witnesses around. People were kind of staring. Like, I did notice that, because he was kind of getting a little too close to me, and he's just like, hey, like, where are you from? Like, asking me all these questions. All of a sudden I look at him, I'm like, hold up. I feel that you're half Arcturian, half reptilian, and you welcome to this timeline, because I can feel something is off with you. And y'all, when I tell you I was feeling his timeline, let me tell you, Archangel Metatron was up in this room, because I literally started getting so many downloads about where he was at in his timeline, his past lives, and that always happens to me. Like, I definitely think one of the first things I'm able to pick up about someone is the past lives that they have, and like what they're here on earth to do, and like, you know, basically their soul's journey. I can see that whole timeline from creation pretty much, and not every life, but there's certain point in their lifetimes of experiencing on earth that comes through for me. It's important for me to mention that there are so many people on the earth right now that are not just like carrying human DNA. They have ancient DNA. It's super esoteric chat here right now. So if this is like sounding super weird or woo to you, then you don't need to finish watching. But those of us who know, like, literally there's so many people that have extraterrestrial blueprints in their DNA, Arcturian, Syrian, Pleiadian, things like that, but also reptilian. And also something that I learned growing up in my religion, but also in spirituality, as well as I continued on my spiritual journey, my awakening and my ascension, was that it is possible for those on the planet who have a primary dark kind of energy to them, they might identify as like a darker entity or reptilian, are able to have mercy as well. They are here to fulfill certain life sort of soul experiences, if you will. And so they also have a chance to redeem themselves. This is possible. This is what I felt with this guy. Like, I felt that he had half and half of something, and it came through so clear after my friends walked away and I was just one-on-one with him. Like, I guess I like allowed my barriers to be let down, and like just in that moment, like just be human and not judge him or come to conclusions that he was going to hurt me, because I knew he wasn't going to hurt me, but we were in a public place. But definitely I felt like something was attached to him or was off. Like something felt off. And I was like, this guy's definitely on drugs, but there's something else to him. And so when I picked up the half and half in the reptilian and then he confirmed it, he was like, I know what you're talking about. I was like, okay. So then my friend comes back. She's like, Yas, come on. And I'm like, okay, like I gotta go. And he's like, hold on. I'm gonna walk you out. I'm like, don't walk us out. Welcome to the new timeline, sir. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you this or not, but this is a new timeline now. And I'm glad that we crossed paths here at the gate and you're ready. You're ready to like actually heal yourself. And that's what came through. And I was in complete channel mode. Then we leave and then we go out, right? Our guy friend is still missing. Me and one of my girlfriends were literally like out of the pub at this point, just chatting. We meet all these other girls, have like a little friendship exchange moment. And then they get into their Uber and all of this must have been about 15 minutes or so outside, and all of a sudden the guy that was inside comes out of nowhere when it's just me and my friend outside of the pub. The pub had closed at this point. It was nearly 3 a.m. and he comes out of nowhere up to me and he goes, hey, I'm gonna make love to you in astral tonight. Excuse me, what? What did you just say? That is such reptilian language. If anyone ever comes up to you and tells you that they're gonna make love to you in astral, you better tell them return to sender and send that shit back, because no ma'am. My friend is feeling very uncomfortable. She makes it known. She's headed back towards the pub door. We were literally on the side of the pub like building anyway, and I'm like, okay, let me go with her. She's like, nope, I'm not feeling comfortable with this. There's something that's really off with him. And I'm like just complete in my Leo Mars energy, like just like going all in, telling him like, no, how dare you say that? I was like, if you think you can say that shit to me, you're sadly mistaken and your karma's about to come. And he goes, what? I'm gonna be on earth forever. Red flag number 2, you guys. A reptilian and shapeshifters out of the negative forces, specifically reptilians, do feel like they're going to be eternal on earth. That's what they want, okay? It's kind of like giving Anunnaki a little bit, like the negative Anunnaki. Like they think that they're going to be eternal on earth forever because they have the means to do that, but they also don't. Like, it's kind of like, no, like, what? How did that just happen to us? So yeah, that was my experience with a reptilian shapeshifter. He was nowhere to be found after we went inside the pub to get our friend. And when we went out, yeah, completely disappeared. It was a very fascinating experience for me at the time, very real. Definitely had like monitoring spirits and just really negative beings around me before. I've definitely felt that, but this was like on another level because I've never had like an extraterrestrial of that caliber be so forward. And I put 2 and 2 together at the very end when I got home, and I was like, holy shit. He literally had a paper towel covering his third eye area, you know? And so it's almost like he was trying to cover the possibility of a good energy, like shooing that entity away, essentially. I don't know, but let me know what you think. And like all my videos, I tried to provide a solution because in truth, I wasn't going to post this, but my guides encouraged me to share this experience that I've had. And so what I'm being advised to also share with you as a channeled guidance here is that anytime that you come across a reptilian frequency, a negative energy, you don't have to be, you know, really that intuitive to know in your gut when something is off. If you feel something is off with any person or situation, listen to that, protect your energy in that moment. Our words are spells. That's why they call it spelling. So call upon God, divine source creator, Lord of the worlds, King of the universe. Call upon your higher self, your spirit team, angelic guides to protect you. You know, the ascended masters, Jesus, Prophet Muhammad, whoever resonates with you to come through and help protect you from this energy and create this force field of white light. See it, feel it, believe that it is around you protecting. You also have to discern as well when you need to call that energy out. And I've posted another channeled message about this, but in that situation, I knew that I had to call that energy out. The thing is sometimes those energies are going to feed vampirically through the energy that you give it, meaning if you're being angry and you're expressing that anger, it's almost like feeding on that emotion, that energy that you're giving out. But it's important to stay as like blunt and direct as possible and call that energy out. Tell it to return to sender. Push your arm, your hand out, your palm out, and literally as if you're pushing its energy back, call it out. And not all of us are going to feel that courageous to do this, and that's okay. You have to do what's best for you.